Hi guys, so I thought today I would have a little look at something that I haven't used too much on the channel, and that is some sake. So apparently there's some form of International Sake Day happening around now. But honestly, what inspired me to do this was I was having a bit of a clear out, and I don't know if I'm the only one that does this, but I tend to have some extra presents kicking around if I ever have to go to someone's house or turn up at a birthday where I haven't had the time to go and buy something. So I had this little kind of box set of some sakes that were in the cupboard that obviously I bought at some point, never used. So I figured I would bring one of them along, have a little taste, and then try and use it in a cocktail. So, pretty nifty little proper can, more like a can of beans than a can of beer or something. And then I'll have a little taste of this. There wasn't much information on it, or the information that was there is in Japanese, which I don't speak, so. Got a really nice, quite ripe, round fruit nose on it. Oh yeah. Kind of a little bit off dry, which I think is always quite nice for use in cocktails. It's an unfiltered sake, so it has quite a lot of texture and body to it. A lot of sort of orchard fruit flavors there, and then that nice little sake sort of minerality, drying rice note coming through at the end. So I think that's going to mix quite nicely. I did have a little look on Difford's guide before I started filming this here to see if there was anything that I could take some inspiration from, and I saw a recipe which used some sake, some fino sherry, which is one of my favorites, and then a white rum and some pear liqueur. And I think that kind of general combination of flavors is really going to fit the profile of this sake quite nicely, play into that orchard fruit with the pear, and yeah, a little bit of tropical notes from the rum. So I'm just going to go a really light and clean and crisp rum because we want the sake to be the star of the show here. So I'm going to go 30 mils of that, and then 30 mils of the sake, and then a little bit of liqueur. So I'm going to go pretty easy on that because this sake does have some sweetness. So I'm just going to start off with 10 mils, and then we can always adjust up if needed. Kind of a martini style of drink. And then obviously always love to use a bit of sherry, but it does play really nicely with that minerality in the sake too. So I'm going to go 15 mils of fino sherry and then have a little taste and see what we reckon. Yum. I like that. So I just have a little bit of pear here that I'm going to slice for some garnish. Obviously, if you don't have pear, maybe a citrus twist or something would work. Gonna grab my martini glass out and give that a strain. And then just slide a couple of little pear slices on the side there. Fruity and fun, super approachable, really nice texture to it because that kind of from the sake and the rum backbone all carries through really nicely. I think that was a pretty good little thrown together thing. Thank you to Simon Difford for the inspiration. A SAKETINI. So now you know.